Hi everybody and welcome to David's Garage. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Allen boot by Parkhurst, and it's going to be in the leather. It's called Asfalto Horserump by the Maryam tannery in Italy. Here's a little card. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to mention, so these boots I purchased on their seconds and samples section on their website, and I believe these were listed as factory samples. So these are samples. As you can see, they put them in a box within a box. This is the first time I've seen Parkhurst do that. Give like a little shoebox in their box. Maybe that's something new they're starting. This postcard that they usually give. Look, they also gave you an extra pair of laces. I believe these are flat cotton wax laces. Alrighty, yeah, and then they both come in boot bags. That's nice. All right. Alrighty, so here it is. This is the Allen boot by Parkhurst, and again, so I guess I was pronouncing it wrong. They call this leather Asfalto Horserump, and again, this is by the Maryam tannery in Italy. Again, I purchased these as samples. These were factory samples, and they were listed on Parkhurst's seconds and samples page. And yeah, I just thought it was a really unique looking leather and color. And you know, this is technically my first horse rump leather, so I've heard lots of great things about horse leather. You know, horse leather does have some benefits, you know, compared to cow leather. Oh, look, you can see there's this huge gash here. Oh. These were listed on their samples page, so there's no returns. And so, yeah, looks like whoever made these just wasn't really careful. Gouged the leather right there. That's unfortunate, you know, but nothing I can do about it. I think anything, it's a little battle scar, gives it a little character. Oh well. And it's on the inside of the boot. If anything, I just don't want the actual leather to be sliced. Yeah, other than that gouge, you know, Parkhurst, their quality control is really nice. I would say I've had, I don't know how many Parkhurst boots. I think this is technically my third Parkhurst boot, and I think this one looks beautiful. And this leather just really has a really interesting like texture to it. Almost reminds me of like the horse rump that Truman sells. I think that's from the Seidel tannery, and I believe it's called like shrunken horse rump, but yeah, that's what the texture reminds me of. And Asfalto is a interesting color. It's like it's not black or brown, it's like this brownish gray, grayish brown. Interesting. This is also my first leather from the Maryam tannery. So yeah, this is the Asfalto Horserump leather from Maryam tannery. I found this other website that had another Asfalto boot on it because these boots are no longer listed on Parkhurst's website because it looks like they're sold out. And this other website that's selling another boot, Blue Owl, they describe this leather as a heavyweight vegetable tanned horsebutt leather courtesy of Italy's Maryam tannery. The Asfalto horsebutt is meticulously finished to preserve the hide's natural characteristics, infused with oils and waxes that penetrate the shell portion. This leather offers a more flexible texture with a subtle luster. So yeah, I guess this isn't like I don't know if this has their TPR layer on it. I don't think it does. Otherwise they would usually list it as their, you know, horsebutt TPR leather. I think that TPR just stands for like thermoplastic resin, which is like it's a layer that goes, it's a protective coating that goes on top of their leather that just protects the hide. It makes it more shiny, more refined looking. I don't think this boot has it. And like it describes, it says it's finished in a way where it preserves the hide's more natural characteristics. You can see the texture. I'm assuming this is from the horse hide. There's a little bit of pull up. I'm not sure if you guys can see that as I run my fingers inside the boot. I really like Parkhurst boots. This is built on their 602 M last, which is what I got my I got my anise kudu in, and I also got the natural Dublin boot. All of my boots are the Allen boot, which just means that there's no toe cap. This is just the standard service boot style that Parkhurst offers. Like I said, with no toe cap. But I really like Parkhurst boots because they're really comfy. They're more of like a casual boot for me that I wear like on my lazy days, on the weekends. They're just a boot that I know that every time I throw on, I'm just gonna feel comfortable. I'm gonna feel good. And these are really high quality, well-made boots. Let's see, and this boot, looks like this boot is made in their Spain factory. So Parkhurst, I believe they have 2 factories that they contract with to build their boots. One is in Spain, one is in Portugal. I'm almost positive that the Goodyear welted boots are made in the Spanish factory, and the stitch down boots that Parkhurst offers, those are made in their Portuguese factory. That's just what I think. I'm almost positive that's the way it works out. So this boot is built on, looks like a Ridgeway sole. So it's it's Parkhurst's version of a Ridgeway sole, which this is actually the first time I've had this Ridgeway sole. It has a really interesting pattern to it. It's kind of like a way to just have this really heavy lug, because these lugs are pretty thick. It's kind of like a way to like have this really heavy lugs to give you those grips, but not give you that heavy lug look. So it's supposed to make it look more sleek, which is nice. But we'll see how this grip holds up, and it feels like, you know, like any other lug sole, but you know, it feels pretty tough and rugged. Oh, and then they have a Vibram. Look, they use the Vibram heel stack from, I'm pretty sure this is off of Vibram's Ridgeway. They just use the Vibram heel cap. So Parkhurst, they build all their boots with a midsole. This one has a midsole. This one has a 360-degree Goodyear welt. You can see the welt goes all the way around the boot. And it's a split reverse welt, which means they just take the end, they cut it in half, and then they flange it up. Just to give you a little bit more, I don't know, makes the welt look wider and thicker, maybe offers some sort of protection from the elements, but I think it's mainly for aesthetic purposes. Yeah. So this is the joint where the welt is. Looks like it's pretty nicely finished, but these are samples. So maybe because these are samples, Parkhurst just really didn't try too hard on these boots because they didn't intend to sell these boots. I guess these were just samples, and let's take a look inside. Yeah, but maybe they didn't intend to sell these, so they really didn't finish these too refined because maybe they were just, you know, building these to test something out, and then they were like, hey, you know what, let's just sell them. You know, maybe there was just nobody they can give them away to or whatever, so they're just like, yeah, let's put them on the website, see if they sell. And I bought them because I really like this leather. I really like Parkhurst, so when I was like, oh shoot, they have my size, gotta try them out. Looks like this boot is partially gusseted up until until the 4th eyelet. So they have a veg tanned insole and a sock liner. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but this is there. So there's the tongue, and there's it partially gusseted. It is lined in the toe vamp, and there is a heel counter. This is the external heel counter cover right here. It's got 3 eyelets, 4 sets. Oh, I'm sorry, it's got 5 sets of eyelets, 3 sets of speed hooks, which I'm pretty sure is just standard on all their models. I really like these skinny laces. They're nice and easy to lace up, so I don't really mind them. And for me, like I said, Parkhurst, they're not work boots for me. They are my casual boots to go out on like a lazy day and just hang out. And these boots are beautiful. And this leather does have a pretty interesting smell to it. It does not smell like your normal cowhide leather, obviously because it's horsehide. I'm not sure how I would describe it so you guys could accurately understand how it smells, but I don't know if I would describe it as like a horse stable, because I've been in horse stables a bunch, but I don't know if I'd describe it like that, but it doesn't smell like your standard leather. Almost has like a hint of like some sort of like fish smell to it, but interesting. All right, let's try these bad boys on. Okay, so, yep, these fit like the Parkhurst Allen boot. Again, like I said, this is my third Allen boot from Parkhurst. I have their Natural Dublin, I have their Anized Kudu, and now really glad I added this Asfalto Horserump to my collection. I'm a 10.5D on the Brannock. And so I ordered just a half size down from that, half size down from Brannock. I got these in a 10, and these fit me perfectly. I think because the leather is horse rump, it feels pretty stiff actually, but that's to be expected with horse rump. So I believe horsehide is a stronger leather compared to cowhide leathers. And then another benefit is that horsehide doesn't crease usually as much as cowhide. Usually horsehide will, instead of creasing like really hard, you'll get more rolls here. But like if you've ever seen, like that's why a lot of people really love shell cordovan, is because it doesn't have a tendency to crease, it really just rolls. And so I've heard that also horse rumps in general, they crease less, and they have this really nice roll, and they develop this really nice patina. So we'll see how these, change and develop over time and how well the leather holds up, but I'm not sure if you can hear that, it's kind of squeaky. Yeah, it feels pretty stiff. So I like the 602M last. I'll tell you right now, these feel like they're hugging my waist nicely, and my heel feels seated. My heel does feel gripped nicely. It feels like it's seated right there in the heel counter. So as I wear these more, it should grip my heel better and better as the heel counter breaks in. The toe box feels pretty roomy. My toes do not feel squished at all. There's just average arch support, nothing special. I believe Parkhurst does use a steel shank to make this, to give you some sort of arch support and to make the boot rigid right over that heel. I like the darker color. We'll see how it patinas over time. I like the different, the textures of the horse leather, but let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the texture on this horse leather? If you guys are familiar with horse leather, and if you have any experience with it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you like horse leather or if you don't prefer horse leather. Let me know if you guys want me to bring you updates on this, because I feel like I think you guys would be interested to see how this horse leather develops over time. So let me know down in the comments if you want me to do like a 1 month or a 6 month update. I do appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next video.